There was nothing mystical about it. They did similar things to Tennessee, and so we know it's capable of happening. I'm just disappointed that we didn't coach well enough or play well enough to prevent it from happening today, and that's just the reality of it. And so we got to absorb the position that we're in, what transpired today. And we got to know that there's going to be better days, not to provide or to seek comfort. Knowing that there's better days is going to be born out of our commitment to making sure that there are better days, and that's what I talked to the team about. But where we are today, not good. We understand it as professionals. We own it. It is what it is, man. We congratulate the Buffalo Bills on the quality game that they played. On the injury front, Ogunjobi's got a back that didn't allow him to play or finish. So he's got to be evaluated. Cam Sutton with his hamstring wasn't able to finish. Got a couple concussions. Levi Wallace, Freiermuth with concussions. And I'm sure you guys know by now Steve Sims sustained an eye injury in pregame that made things testy for him from a kick return and receiving perspective in terms of some blurry vision and stuff like that. I'll pause and open it up for questions.
I'm just curious what you felt about how Kenny played.
I thought he was highly competitive, but I'm not, dissecting it in this way. As I stand here right now, we got smashed, and that's the only perspective that I have. I understand the nature of your question. It's his first start, and so you got to write a story, etc. But football is the ultimate team game. That's why we all love it so much. That's why we all respect it so much. And we got smashed as a collective today, and so I don't have a lot of individual analysis.
You were likely to kick the field goal. What's your thought process?
We got a penalty prior to that possession down, and so 4th and long went to 4th and longer. I want to be thoughtfully aggressive, but I don't want to be stupid. When we're kicking our own butt, getting pre-snap penalties, I'm not going to do that to him or to them.
Mike, what was your assessment of your team's compete level and stick-to-itiveness with it?
I don't have a lot of questions in that regard. I got questions about the quality of our play and our, some of the positions that we put them in, but I don't question that component in my gut as I stand here. We just got smashed today.
Mike, you're missing some guys obviously on defense, but at the same time, when you have a performance like this overall, is this something that could, get everybody to look at who's on the field right now and who could replace them?
What is your question?
Would you be looking at replacing possible starters on defense?
Absolutely, man. You play like we played today, man. You got to be open to doing whatever's required to change the outcome of these games, and so that's a given. I don't think anybody's going to be surprised by our willingness to turn over whatever stone to change the outcome of games like transpired today. That's just appropriate.
Do those stones include making coaching staff changes at this point?
Like I said, I think everyone understands where we are and what transpired today and that it is not cool. And so you can draw whatever conclusions you want to draw from it. That's just the realities of our business at this level.
The reports about TJ going to be out for a few more weeks. Can you talk about that?
TJ's on IR. When he's scheduled to come back, if it's close, we'll have more details. I'm not disputing the report, but I'm more concerned about the guys that played today, were scheduled to play today, and their readiness and what we did or did not do.
Mike, what led to some of the big play breakdowns? Was there anything you could pinpoint that?
There are a myriad of things. When it transpires like that, if it was one thing, you'd probably fix it. Some of it's playmaking by them, some of it's lack of detail by us, etc. Not good enough.
Did you have a problem with Hamlin's hit on Pickett?
I did. I had a problem that the officials didn't have a problem. Not necessarily Hamlin. I love Hamlin. He's a 4-1 tour. He plays hard. He's a good kid. I had a problem with the fact that it wasn't officiated in the way that I anticipated it being officiated.
Are you okay with that kind of response from your offensive line, given that?
I'm not getting into all of that. Give me a real question.
What about the competitive Kenny showed even at the end there? He kind of mixed it up.
Appropriate.
Mike, your run game didn't really get going. Just what was preventing that?
It was a one-dimensional game. We got behind early and significantly. Got behind significantly early. So,
Had Pierre reps returning kicks or punts at all?
Obviously, he works, but he's a down-the-line guy. But sometimes you got to adjust based on circumstance. That's just the realities of what transpires in our business.
kind of up in the secondary too, your three cornerbacks are out, and your safety's out. Kind of the end there, when you get bodies left, who wants to play?
What's the question?
Just the next man up has to play. I mean,
you know the answer to that. Yes.
It was obviously a big momentum swing when you had them at the 2 and they scored from 98. Do you feel like your team let that momentum impact their play going forward?
No, I don't agree with that. That'd be somewhat disrespectful to the talents and the skill and the play of Buffalo. There was a lot of ball that transpired after that play. The more we went on, that play became less significant, and just the mood and the things that were transpiring was a story. So no, I don't agree with that.
Were you happy, satisfied with the effort that your team put out today?
Satisfied with the effort? We just got smashed. Like, what are we talking about here, guys?
2 more.
Mike, you haven't been in this position very often. Is there a job one fix that starts the process?
The first thing to do is to watch the tape, man, and to assess what transpired and learn and grow from it, and then plot a course for our next opportunity. We repeat a similar process week in and week out because we just believe in that approach to what it is that we do. The challenges keep coming in the NFL, and so you better be systematic and rhythmic in terms of how you deal with it. And so although today is miserable, we won't reinvent the wheel. We'll get back to work tomorrow. We'll evaluate our performance. We'll own it. We'll learn from it. And then we'll begin the process of plotting a course for our next opportunity.
Final one.
Can it be tough for a young quarterback to be in a position where he's down big and might have to feel like he kind of has to bring the team back by himself? And did you see any of that from Kenny today?
It's a tough spot. I agree.
All right, let me bring Kenny and Cam in.